The Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys super mystery, Shockwaves, was written by Carolyn Keene and published by Pocket Books. Originally released on April 1st, 1989, Shockwaves is intended for a target audience of boys and girls between the ages of 8 to 12 years old. In elementary school, I was the stereotypical quiet kid. I never made a sound and preferred to stay quietly hidden and unnoticed. The bus ride home was, on a fast day, a little over 2 hours. During this time of my life, I hated to read. I felt like it was a chore, and I was not very good at it. Reading, to put it simply, made me feel like a failure. However, one trip to the school library changed my life. During this time, our schools changed course, sending the middle school students to another town and leaving the elementary and high school students to share the same campus. During our weekly library trip, I watched a high school girl look at the Nancy Drew books and loudly declare that she loved them growing up. So, of course, I had to see for myself what made them so great. I picked up a copy of Shockwaves and shoved it into my backpack after I checked out. Then, on the long ride home, I made myself as comfortable as I could in the Mississippi heat and cracked open this book. Suddenly, I was not on a hot, stuffy bus with a bunch of rambunctious kids. Instead, I was on a sunny beach, sitting in the shade and watching people get stung by jellyfish, hunt for treasure, and discover islands of pure mystery. While I initially thought this book would be another bust, I could not put it down. By the time I arrived home, I had finished half the book. I went from cringing when I saw a book and crying when I had to read to devouring every mystery book I could get my hands on. The book's characters, Nancy, Ned, Frank, Joe, Bess, and George, became more to me than fictional characters. They became my reading champions. In my elementary mind, they were rooting me on and encouraging me to solve the mystery before them. Within a few months, my teachers contacted my parents to know what had changed. I was still the quiet kid who avoided crowds and kept my head down, but I did not shy away when asked to read in class. Instead, my voice grew louder, I started looking people in the eyes instead of looking down, and my vocabulary grew. Now, many years later, I have an extensive personal library. I love all genres of books, and I share my love of reading with my family. My childhood self would have never attempted to take an LIS class, but one book changed my entire mindset. Barbara Lynn Vanoy said, "I am content, for within this one book, I have discovered a universe far grander than the one I imagined as a child." But Nancy Drew and all of her mysteries helped me build my imagination. And as I've grown into an adult, I still am struck by those tender moments. While I have never discovered a sunken ship, found a dead body, or outraced a raging storm like the characters in Shockwaves, I have lived 1,000 lives through 1,000 stories, and now I enjoy writing stories of my own and stumbling upon new authors and fantastic adventures, all thanks to a book published in 1989 and one long bus ride home.